Look at a truck in Europe. Now look at one in America. Something is very different. One has a long nose, the other has a flat face. This is not just about looks. This difference tells a story about laws, money, and two continents that made completely opposite choices and never turned back. Was one choice better than the other? Why does America still refuse to use what Europe perfected 3 decades ago? The answer starts not with an engineer, but with a law. For most of the 1900s, Europe and America actually built the same type of trucks. Both used what's called a cab-over engine design, or COE. In a cab-over truck, the driver sits directly above the engine. The front of the truck is flat, no long hood, no nose sticking out, just a big flat face staring down the highway. Governments on both sides said trucks could only be so long. Total length, truck plus trailer, had a hard limit. Add a long hood up front, you lose cargo space in the back. Nobody wanted that, so everyone kept it flat. American highways had cab-overs from Kenworth, Peterbilt, and Ford. European roads had the same flat-faced trucks from Volvo, Scania, and DAF. Same problem, same solution, same design. Then, in 1982, the U.S. Congress passed a new transportation law, and with one quiet change, split the trucking world in two forever. The new law stopped limiting the total truck and trailer length and only restricted the trailer. Suddenly, American manufacturers could build the cab as big and long as they wanted without losing a single inch of cargo. The long nose came back immediately. Kenworth, Peterbilt, Freightliner, and Mack stopped making cab-overs almost overnight. The engine moved up front under a long hood. The driver sat far back in a spacious, comfortable cab. Standing room, a small kitchen, a proper bed. A long-haul driver named Ray Dobbins, who had driven cab-overs across Texas for 12 years, told a trucking magazine at the time that switching to a long nose felt like moving from a closet into a house. America never looked back. Europe had no such freedom. The strict 18.75-meter total length limit stayed in place. Every centimeter of hood was a centimeter stolen from cargo. The flat-face cab-over was not a design preference. It was commercial survival. By the early 1990s, the divide was permanent. Long noses in America, flat faces in Europe. Zero overlap. But here is what makes this story remarkable. Constraints forced Europe to get creative, and creativity changed everything. When you cannot change the shape, you make the shape smarter. European engineers knew the cab-over had one serious weakness. In a crash, the driver sits at the very front of the vehicle. Nothing between them and the impact but glass. So Volvo, Scania, and Mercedes-Benz attacked that problem directly. They engineered reinforced cab structures, progressive crumple zones, and by the early 2000s had added emergency braking systems, lane departure warnings, and stability controls, all mandated across Europe years before America required anything comparable. Yes, the cab-over has trade-offs: a higher center of gravity, more complex engine cooling, harder to manufacture. Europe solved each one regulation cycle at a time. What started as a forced limitation slowly became a platform for world-class engineering. Meanwhile, America's long-nosed trucks had real advantages beyond driver comfort. The engine sits out front, easy to access, easy to cool, and with a massive aftermarket parts network built over decades. For a driver 600 miles from the nearest city, that accessibility matters enormously. Breakdowns happen, repairs need to be fast. The long nose design made roadside fixes simpler and cheaper. The long nose was not stubbornness. It was a genuinely smart answer to American conditions. But the world is changing, and this is where Europe's 3-decade investment is starting to look like a masterstroke. Today, the Hyundai X-Scient fuel cell truck is already running commercial hydrogen routes in Europe. Volvo and Scania are deploying AI-assisted platooning systems, where trucks communicate electronically to travel in tight convoys at highway speed, cutting fuel use dramatically. These technologies are built around and for the cab-over platform. Its compact footprint, its perfect forward visibility, its urban maneuverability making it the natural foundation for semi-autonomous and fully driverless freight. In America, regulators are still drafting the testing frameworks. The trucks that will eventually drive themselves do not need a comfortable bedroom. They need efficiency, visibility, and a short wheelbase. That is a cab-over. America's refusal was never irrational. But as emissions rules tighten globally, as autonomous systems remove the driver comfort argument entirely, And as freight economics demand maximum cargo per meter, the feature Europe perfected under pressure, the flat-faced, space-efficient, technology-ready cabover, may prove to be the right answer for the whole world, not just one continent. Sometimes the best innovations do not come from freedom. They come from limits. So, should America bring the flat face back? Or is the long nose too embedded to ever change? Leave your answer below. And next week, we're breaking down why the world's most advanced truck engine was almost never built. Don't miss it. Like and subscribe so you don't.